Joe gave me some advice on this, but I know you were an absolute god at this when you were doing it. Offer stacking. I know you
Hmm.
used to like take on like 7 offers at once. You did something crazy like that, I remember.
Hmm. Yeah.
How do you
Crazy.
handle taking on several offers at once without like getting shit from like the manager? Because a lot of sales managers are like, you're all in or all out, yada yada yada. But it's like you don't even give
Yeah.
the rep the resources to even be all in.
Right.
It's like
Everything
you
is variable. Number one
Mm,
is a great frame to take inside of human psychology is every decision, every mindset, every belief, everything has a reason behind it. Like in that way, humans are incredibly logical creatures. Everything has a reason behind it. Even if you don't know what it is, there is a reason for sure. Like there's a reason that you put on the shirt that you're wearing today. There's a
mm,
reason that you live where you live. Whether you realize it or not, there's a reason. So there's a reason that the manager has this belief that like either
mm.
you need to be all in or all out, right? You all can probably imagine a lot of different reasons a manager might believe that, from past closers to themselves, their own career, whatever it may be. They've been rewarded or punished for something like that in the past. So number one is realizing that there's a reason. Number
Mhm.
two is I always played it very strategically. This is one of my early mentors, Victor, you know him, Mikey. He
Yeah.
always said, play chess, not checkers. A lot of times people just play checkers in their life, and it can work. But if you play chess, you're on another level, and you're always going to be a few steps ahead. So I always started with one, and I did this the wrong way the first time. I'll tell you guys a story. I was working for a guy named Bastian Slot. And I had just gone, this is when I first really started to figure out sales. I went from last on the leaderboard to first. I had like 19% closing rate, and then went up to 89% in about 4 weeks. I was absolutely crushing it and on fire. But then the lead flow died. So I had no calls in my calendar. And so I went to the owner, Bastian, and was like, hey, love the company, love being here. I just need some leads. And if you guys aren't able to give them to me, then I'm going to go find somewhere else. That did not go well. It
Yeah.
did not go well. So I ended up leaving and I learned my lesson from that. And the idea is number one, don't bite the hand that feeds you. And also, number two, is from my childhood. I used to climb trees a lot. I was like a little monkey. I loved climbing trees. And my dad always taught me because I'd be up like 30, 40 feet in the air in a pine tree. And he was like, make sure that you've got 3 points of contact at all times. A, both your feet are on some kind of branch and one of your hands. You have one hand to work with, the other three are on a branch.
Mhm.
So what that means is I'm not going to sacrifice something that's working for something that's not, something that could potentially be working.
Yeah.
So when I find an offer that does well, gives me good lead flow, good leadership, they kind of let me do my thing, I get some stability on it, I'm going to stay on that. And if I want to add another offer, I'm going to take the risk first. And I'm going to work on that new offer in my moonlight hours. It's a strategy called moonlighting. Is you work 9 to 5 on your main offer or 5 to 5 or whatever. And then in your evening hours, you work on this other offer or like on your weekends or something like that.
Uh,
So you have to find an offer that's willing to let you do that first.
mm.
That's kind of the trick. But if you have skills, you can do that. So that's always variable. But then once you get on that other offer, now you've got 9 to 5 on this main offer, you got 5 to 9 on this other offer, and maybe you start making some good money on this other one. Maybe your dollars per hour, your commissions per hour is much more on the second offer.
Mm.
So that's when you can go back to your original manager and be like, hey, um, I'm just going to block off 1 extra hour on my calendar. Or you don't even have to tell your manager. You just start shifting it slowly over time. And if you're performing well, remember that trumps all. It
Of
always
course.
trumps all. That's how I was able to do 9 offers, you guys. That was the most that I ever worked on at one time. It was 9 offers, technically more, but I say nine because people don't believe the 12. Anyway, 9 offers, technically 12. And the way that I did it was I had one offer or two offers that could just fill my calendar at all times. Like if I had a slot open, they would fucking fill it all the time. It was
Mm.
a high volume, low ticket offer. Not low ticket, it was still high ticket, but you get the gist.
Right.
Stack another offer that was, for example, I'd only get maybe one call a day maximum, but it was a 30K offer. So, take one call a day, maybe close three of them in a week, and that's your bills paid for the month. Um, and then I would do another one that was like a 250K offer, and that was just like 1 to 2 calls a week. But again, you close one of those, and that's your bills paid for twice over.
Hmm.
So it's strategically stacking these offers together. And again, the trump all is that you are really fucking good at sales, not just for the prospects, but for the managers. That's really what matters. It's like if you can close the manager, they'll let you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You close them.